Hi guys, Kalispera from Cyprus. I had a bit more time to spare, so I thought, well, why not do another one of those things? Simply because I don't like doing recordings and then loading them up, which takes a lot of time. I do everything live, so it doesn't get any space on my computer, and it just gets straight up, an upload straight to YouTube. Now, what I wanted to do tonight is something that quite a few people are wondering about, and I think it's been covered quite extensively by a lot of my friends out there, like Let It Roll, CP99 has done it. 36 Full Press always tries to uh, bring out new strategies. I'm just going to go through a very, very basic strategy that works for me. The maths works for me. If you ask most experienced craps players and those who do it for a living, I would say that around, I don't know, 70% are on the side of regress and press. Basically what this means is that you need to pick the table. What is the table minimum? That is going to, actually determine how you start and where you regress to. Because the table minimum, if for example, we will have two players here, one is playing on a $10 minimum, the other one on a $5 minimum. Now the $10 minimum is set up here, and his regression bets are the second ones right behind, and the one who's on the $5 minimum, his bets are set here, and his regression bets are right at the back. So I'm going to move those out the way and make the adjustments. The point I'm trying to make is this. In a regression, you need to start strong, because if you ever heard the expression short game means that you allow somebody who's trying to just give you two score hits. Those two score hits must carry you and cover you for the bets that are minimum table limit. So if, for example, it's a $10 table, I would suggest that you either go 44 inside or 64 across. If it's $5 minimum, you end up regressing to 22 inside or 32 across. But the starting point is the one that will decide, well, am I going to be safe when I regress? And the answer is yes, you will, with two hits when you have 110 inside and then you regress to 44. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate it. In both cases, I think it's going to work well, depending on the throw. All right, so let's say we're off, because we do not want to, we're low rollers, and we certainly don't want to put our money at risk. I'm going to use a 4-5-4-6. Dice out. That's a 3-1-4, and that's the point. We're going 4-5-4-6. Dice out. Okay, that's a 4-2-6. That's our first hit. And guess what? The 6 gets paid 35 for the first player here, and he gets paid for 12, he gets paid 14. This money is not going to be reinvested. We're not power pressing. We're just going to pick up. This is for this guy, this is for that guy. It's not odds. I'm just putting it right next to each other just to demonstrate. Okay, 4, 5, 4, 6 is a set. Dice are out. Okay, that's a 2, 3, 5. That's our second hit. And basically we're in profit from now on because this one gets paid 70 for the 5. Sorry, 35 for the 25. This thing goes here. And for the guy behind him, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. The guy behind had 18 on the 6, so he gets paid 21. So on the 5, he'll get 21 again. So what happened basically? This will come down. And this will replace them. What do we have riding out here? We have 44 inside. But we already made a profit of 70. So we're plus 16, whatever happens, plus 16, okay, 44, 54 with a pass line bet. Whatever happens, we're in profit. And this is the key to actually being more relaxed at the table. The guy at the back, he'll bring all this down. And it will be replaced by this, which is 22 inside. Now he already made 21 and 21, 42. So 22 inside plus 7 is 27, 42 is 15 profit. Whatever happens is secured, it's up in his rack. So basically from here on, the strategy is very simple. If a 7 comes, you know your profit. If you continue to roll, you have 0 money on the table. 4, 5, 4, 6. My recommendation is to press if it can be done. 4, 3, 7. Now, why do I choose 2 hits? Or let's say, why not leave it up for 3 hits or 4 hits or 5 hits? I don't want to really go into it, but basically, if you get 2 hits and you take everything down, then you make more profit than somebody who left them up, earned 3 hits, and on the 4th one, he got a 7. If you leave your bets out the same at that level. Same happens with 4 hits, and then on the 5th you get a 7. Same happens if you hit 5 numbers and then the 6th one is a 7. So that is why I'm using basic maths. I think there is a very good video out by Color Up. He explains the why. I think the name of the video is Are You a Loser? I would recommend it to anybody to go and look at it. So basically, yes, this is a strategy that I use. Perhaps the numbers are different. Perhaps I'm not at 110. Maybe sometimes I'm at 330, at 550. It all depends. All I'm trying to explain to you here is that there is a reason to my madness, or there is a strategy behind, 2 hits and down, press, collect, press, collect, press, collect, because you're working on money, but it's, not yours. The casino gave it to you to play. Alright, so having done that, this strategy works for any sort of bankroll, I would say. If you walk into a casino with I don't know, $200. My personal opinion is to start with the 6 and 8. Get 2 hits on that, and then down to table minimum. And as you create a more substantial bankroll for yourself, spread yourself out to the 5 and 9. Because you're creating, I think it's 5 and 5, 10, 18 chances, 50% of the numbers available are going to be between the inside 5, 6, 8, 9. So yes, you're going to get to the 2 hits much sooner, in theory. I say this with a lot of caution because I have watched people, and I have watched myself, not being able to hit an inside number for like 6 rolls, 8 rolls. So, having said that, I'm gonna play like I usually play. That's 700 exposure on the table. I will buy the 4 and 10, and I will pay for that. I think it's $10. So my exposure is $710. Excuse me. Make that, let's say, at a $10 minimum, 720. If I'm the shooter. I'm gonna use the 4, 5, 4, 6, and I'm working dice out. 3 craps. I lose my pass line. Let's replace it. It's just, a demonstration. 4, 5, 4, 6. That's 4, 5, 9. That's the first hit on the 9 for 140. 25, 50, 140. Four, 5, 4, 6 is a set. Dice out. That's a 3, 4, 7. Yes, it happens. That's 710. I'm 710 down minus what I collected with this 140. So back again. Another 700. And I have to buy, let's buy the 4 and 10. And dice are out. Four, 5, 4, 6. That's a 2, 3, 5. We're working, so 150 for 10. And we collect The road back is very difficult, I have to admit. 4, 5, 4, 6. Nice out. 2, 3, 5. So it pays 150 because of the 10 we have there. And everything comes down. That's where you